Hey everyone, welcome back. Ever wish money could just magically appear in your bank account? No, just me.
Well, I think it's a pretty common wish. And that's what we're diving into today. We're tackling passive income using that stack of research you sent over.
Exactly. We're going to try to figure out what's really possible, what actually works, and what's total fantasy.
Right, because there's a lot of hype out there, a lot of promises of get rich quick schemes that just don't pan out.
Oh, for sure. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's start with the basics. What is passive income really? Because the way I see it, it's money you earn without actively working for it, which kind of sounds too good to be true.
You're on the right track. It's not about avoiding work altogether. It's more about putting in the effort up front to create something, an asset, a system that generates income over time, even when you're not directly trading your time for it.
Okay, so it's less about getting something for nothing and more about setting things up strategically.
Exactly. Like you put in the work to write an ebook once, and it has the potential to keep selling for years. That's the general idea.
Got it. So let's jump into the first idea from the research. Dividend stocks. This one sounds pretty enticing. Own a piece of a company and they pay you just for holding on to it. Sign me up.
It definitely has its appeal. But remember, not all companies offer dividends, and even those that do can be unpredictable. The research you sent over actually highlighted this perfectly with Company X. The one that's had consistent dividend growth for like 10 years.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Well, they recently decided to expand into this whole new market, and it's pretty risky. So that's the sort of thing you really have to analyze when you're considering dividend stocks. Are they a stable bet or a gamble?
Risk versus reward. Got it. Now on to another popular one. Rental income. Seems like the classic passive income, play own property, collect rent, easy peasy. But how passive is it really?
It can be, but it definitely comes with its own set of responsibilities. Like, remember those articles about the ups and downs of being a landlord?
Yeah.
Yeah, dealing with tenants, repairs, vacancies. It's not always smooth sailing.
Definitely not as simple as just cashing checks every month.
Nope. Plus, there's the initial investment. You need significant capital to even get started with rental properties.
True. Okay, shifting gears to the digital world online courses and digital products. This is huge right now. The idea of creating something once and selling it over and over again is super appealing.
Absolutely. The research actually featured some incredible success stories. But here's the thing. It usually requires you to have expertise in a specific niche and be a savvy marketer to get your product in front of the right people.
So it's not as simple as just throwing something online and watching the money roll in.
Not quite. And even when it is successful, there are often ongoing tasks like providing customer support, updating the content, and adapting to algorithm changes.
Right, because the internet's always changing. Makes sense.
Sure.
Okay, this next one was new to me, peer-to-peer lending. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, it's interesting. Essentially, you're acting as the bank, lending money directly to borrowers through online platforms. These platforms aim to cut out the middleman traditional banks.
So what's the catch?
Well, the big one is risk. Your research highlighted that default rates, which is when borrowers don't repay their loans, can fluctuate. So you really need to understand those risks and how platforms are mitigating them.
Definitely something to look into. All right, last but not least, the one everyone seems to be talking about these days, blogging and YouTube. Turning your passions into a paycheck. Seems like the dream.
Oh, it definitely can be. But your research highlighted just how much work goes into it, especially if you want to make it your main source of income.
I bet.
Think about it. You need to consistently create high-quality content, grow a loyal audience, and keep up with the ever-changing world of algorithms and monetization strategies. Remember that interview with the popular YouTuber?
Yeah, what was it they said? They worked like 60-hour weeks when they were first starting out.
Yep. It's a serious commitment.
Yeah.
It's less about quick cash and more about building something substantial over time.
So the overarching theme here is that passive income isn't about avoiding work altogether. It's about strategic effort, research, and a bit of a reality check.
Exactly. And I think the most important takeaway from all this research is the importance of diversifying your income streams.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Precisely. And as we wrap up, here's something for our listeners to ponder. What skills or passions do you have that could be leveraged to potentially generate some passive income?
Great question. And with that, we'll leave you to do some brainstorming. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. See you next time.